What's going on, everybody? We're going to be doing the power rankings for the Survivor 46 season. And I'm joined with...
Hi guys, Joe from Cheapskate Island.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't already seen the video, the link will be in the description for... I got all my friends together and we played Survivor, but none of them know what Survivor is, so it was very goofy and wacky. But yeah, let's get into our lists. Joe, you go first with number 18.
Number 18, we have Jem, because I kind of forgot she was even existed. But she was pretty goofy, placing that fake idol paper there and making everyone dig. Reminded me of Dig Dug, the arcade game.
Yep. And number 18, I have Bhanu Gabal. You see, Bhanu is a very special Survivor player because it's very rare you get someone as bad at Survivor that he is. And as we actually go on this list, you'll notice that nobody in this game is good. The best players are kind of just like average, normal Survivor players. So yeah, I got Bhanu Gabal at number 18 because the best move he did in the game was he was like, "Ah, God, why did you make me be on Survivor?"
That was a very impassioned speech. At several 10th place, I have Jelinski. I think he was a really strong player, but they just realized that right away, and that's why they nipped him in the bud. Yep.
Number 17, I have Jessica Chong because again with Bhanu Gabal, it is very rare you find somebody that is this horrible at the game of Survivor. She couldn't even find an idol when someone was telling her where to look for the idol at. They had to just give her the fake because she couldn't find her on her own because she's a terrible Survivor.
At 16th place, I have Jessica Chong. Personally, when I was thinking about it, she's basically Liz, but Asian, and she didn't talk about hamburgers half as much because she couldn't really eat anything. And yeah, that's my reason why she's basically Liz.
Yeah, okay. At number 16, this might be kind of crazy, but at number 16 I have Venus Vafa because she's just horrible at Survivor, despite the fact that Mariah Gaynor thinks she's a great social player. She's just horrible at the game. I don't think there's a single person in the game that liked her or wanted to work with her. And yeah, she just had no moves. I'm pretty sure a rock could have beat her in a tribal council, and that rock would have rocked if they beat Venus. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At 15th, I have Mariah. When I was making this list, all I really could remember is that she can't jump, and they had a really, really long edit about that. That's really all I can remember about her.
She also liked Aubrey, and that's why she was a big threat.
Oh, yeah. That's all I got.
Even though Aubrey didn't win and she got to the end, whatever. At number 15, I have Randon. Because Randon, he was pretty cool. He found an idol, but then Jeff Probst came into camp and beat him with a baseball bat, so they had to get rid of him. It was very sad, very tragic. I wish I could have put him higher, but he just wasn't in that many episodes for me to see if he was a good Survivor player or not.
At number 14, I have Bhanu. Love him or hate him, but I just feel badly for him. I think he was very passionate about something. I don't know what he was passionate about though. And he certainly wasn't passionate about playing Survivor.
He wanted to win $1 million hearts on $1 million, so he should have
I personally think in the history books he will be near Gandhi as far as fame goes.
That's true. At number, what are we at, 14? At number 14, I have Jim, because, Jim was kind of cool in the first few episodes. She found an idol. Her nickname was Jungle Jim. But then she started doing wacky stuff like hiding the idol, and I was like, what the heck, why do I have to dig for 18 years under this tree? This is stupid.
She fell off.
And then she, threatened Ben with, a machete, and then was voted out. Even though having a female alliance and the females turned on her.
Fair enough. At 13, I have Tim. He's pretty high up here, not because he really did too much, but he did have an episode named after him because he was talking to that tiki guy, and that was pretty funny. I really liked when he told Q to shut up or to shut his mouth, or whatever he said. That was a power move for sure.
Yeah. Number 13, I have David Jelinski, and David Jelinski was pretty cool. I honestly just think that the edit dawned on him. I don't think he was that bad in the actual show because, it showed him saying that, I want to quit the game first. He wanted to quit the reward challenge first. But then when he got out of the game, he said that actually Q said he wanted to quit first, which I kind of believe that now since what we've seen from Q trying to quit and then Tevin vote out and trying to quit literally every chance he got. And yeah, I think, honestly, Jelinski just broke the hourglass to change the game, and honestly, it just changed it to get him voted out, which is sad.
At number 12, I have the Hunter, he was going to be a challenge beast, but he was just kind of a challenge critter. We all thought he was going to just win a bunch of them, but he didn't really. And then he didn't play his idol. He was my winner pick. I still really like him. I think he's a nice guy. If you haven't seen him singing or speaking, Never Gonna Give You Up, highly recommend it.
Yeah, it has 10,000 views on TikTok. So.
Wow, that's it.
At number 12, right? At number 12, I have Mariah Gaynor. Because, what is there to say about Mariah? Not really anything at all, honestly. So, yeah.
She can't jump. At number 11, I have Venus. Because she tried. I think she tried really hard. I don't know what she was trying for. I think she was personally speedrunning to see how quickly she could get everyone in the cast to hate her. And I think she did. If that was her goal, I think she did. She definitely. She knocked it out of the park. She won
if that was her goal.
She knocked it out of the park.
She was like trying to do the opposite of what Bahan was trying to do with 1,000,000 hearts.
Oh yeah, she was
trying to get 1,000,000 enemies.
1,000,000 dislikes. All right, that's you.
At number 11, I have Hunter McNugget. I think Hunter was very swag pre-merge. He got his team to win every single challenge. They never went to any tribal councils. And then post-merge, he won 1 out of the 3 immunities. And he was just kind of dog water at the strategic game. Because he only voted correctly like 1 time in the entire game.
That's yeah. Yep. At number 10, I have Soda. Because Soda was supposedly a strategic threat, according to Tevin, and I don't really think according to anyone else. She wasn't really. Supposedly she had a chance of winning. I don't really think so though, but she gets 10th place. Yep.
Number 10, I have Q the Cutie. You see, Q was running his camp pre-merge, but then post-merge he was just like said, "Hey, everybody, vote me out," and then immediately killed his chances to win the game. But then still somehow stayed in the game till the final 6. Q wasn't a good Survivor player, but he was definitely a unique Survivor player with how he played the game. And I applaud him for that.
Mm-hmm. At number 9, I have Tiffany. I think she was actually pretty good. The Q blindside, the stream Q blindside, she just got caught up in the tsunami. But I think she was pretty good.
I actually also have Tiff at number 9, which I think that's our first samesies. I think out of every single player that didn't play their idol when they got voted out, Tiffany made the most sense for her not to play it, but she should have played it, I think. Like, Hunter was the soonest, then Q, then I think Tiffany made the most sense for why she thought she didn't need to play it, because everyone freaking hates Q in the game. But yeah, she was pretty good, but just should have played that idol.
At number 8, I have Liz, and under my notes for Liz, I just have the word hamburger with a question mark. I think she was part of one of the funniest scenes I've seen in Survivor, where she just screamed, and turned slightly demonic. I thought that was pretty entertaining. I like to think that she still is going to Applebee's with her kid, and that's a very nice
apparently she's actually not rich actually in real life, I guess.
And that's also something believable because she goes to Applebee's every week with her kid. Because if I was rich, I don't think I'd go to Applebee's every week. Anyway,
at number 8, I have Ben, the rock guy. I think Ben does rock as a person, but does not rock as a Survivor player. But he did get to the end, and that's pretty swag, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about Benster here.
Fair enough. At number 7, I have Randon. Because I think he was a really good player. He had his idol. He was doing a very daring move by getting in an alliance with Venus, which I think would have actually served him pretty well because she would have been like a target, and he could have hidden behind her. But then he realized that it was a rigged season, so he faked an exit injury so he could get out of it, which I respect that as well because, if you can't beat him, you just gotta quit,
Yeah. At number 7, I have Tim here for some reason. I think Tim was playing a pretty... he had an alliance with Maria, I think. I guess Maria didn't seem to think so. And he had an alliance with Ben. Even had an alliance with the Tiki Man. The only problem is that none of those people except for Ben were in his split tribal. And I think if he went to the split tribal with Ben and Maria, he could have just went the entire way of the game.
That's true. At number 6, I have Tevin. Because I think Tevin was actually a really good strategic threat, but he was just outclassed by Q. Q just totally just threw him for a loop with his interesting I'm gonna quit monologue. So I think Tevin could have done a lot better in the game, and I think he was kind of robbed of that opportunity.
Yeah. At number 6, I have Liz. And my only note for Liz is Applebee's, more like apple butts. Got him. I think Liz, well, she said when she lost the fire making that she would have won. And I don't think you're allowed to lie in Survivor, so I think that's actually true. So yeah, that's why I have her at 6.
At number 5, I have Ben the Rock Johnson. I personally think he did a really good. He acted so pathetic that everyone felt badly voting him off. So he did a really good game if his goal was to be a GOAT and get to the end of the game, because no one really cared about him too much, but they also really didn't want to vote him off because it's Ben, he has little panic attacks. So he did a really good acting job, in my opinion, of being kind of a wimp.
Yeah. At number 5, I have Soda. See, now I think you were wrong. Tevin didn't think Soda was a strategic threat. He thought she was a social threat. And I think Soda was doing a very good job of making everyone feel comfortable except for Venus, because nobody likes Venus. I just think her only problem was she tried a little bit too hard, too fast to make big moves. And yeah, that was her downfall.
At number 4, I have Kenzie, and under the notes I have because she did a good job sticking it out with Bahanu, and then she was kind of nice to Ben, and then I got a little hazy on what else she did in the game. Yeah, that's why it's a
Yeah, I also have Kinsey Petty at 4, and I think her name Kinsey Petty perfectly describes her gameplay, because I think that most of her jury votes were because of her last name. They just felt some petty for her. Yeah, that's why they voted for her.
At number 3, I have Q. Because the person who pulled off the most moves, even though I think every single one of them was unwittingly, was Q. He pulled off back-to-back-to-back blindsides, and he was so good at blindsides, he even blindsided himself. And that takes some serious skill and dedication. Q is number 3.
At number 3, I have Tevin. And the reason I have Tevin here is because he gave me the best cameo I've seen in my entire life. And if you haven't already seen that, go check it out. But also, he was pretty good at Survivor. He had a cool opening monologue. And he had an extra vote that he never got to use, because even if he did, it would have been 3-94 against him. So yeah.
Fair enough. At number 2, I have Charlie. Now, I think Charlie, he was a good challenge threat. He won a lot of challenges. I think he was a good strategic threat. He was being pretty friendly to people. I think he was a good Swiftie. Good for him. The problem is, I just don't think he won. I think people had a fear that he might have been a white supremacist. So that's why they didn't vote him. Otherwise, I think he would have won. But that's the problem.
Yeah, number 2, I have Maria. Maria was very good at Survivor. She won she won 3 individual immunities, which is very swag. But then, unfortunately, I guess Jeff Probst just allowed Liz and Kinsey to just cheat against her so she could lose the game, which is kind of not cool. But yeah, that's why I got Maria at 2.
And at number 1, I have Maria. I think she was a challenge beast. I think she did a good job strategically, good job socially. I think she was actually really good. The problem is, I think Jeff rubbed some anti-Mexican oil on that final challenge, and that's why she lost. And then also he realized that he really didn't want her to win. I don't know why. So then that's why he let Liz and Kenzie team up.
At number 1, I have Charlie. I think Charlie played the absolute best game out of anyone here, and the fact he didn't get the votes just means that the jury is absolutely moronic and buffoonery-ist. Charlie was in the middle on every vote. I think there was only one time in the game that people actually wanted to take out Charlie, and that was Q and Maria. And Q didn't use the idol for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Charlie should have won the game. I don't. Yeah. Was that it?
Yeah, no, that's it for me.
Well, guys, make sure to smack that like button and hit the like button. And
Subscribe.
Subscribe to the like button. And yeah, go watch.
All the cameos.
Yeah, and go watch the video where I made my friends play Survivor because it's very swag. Bye.